What's up, everybody? I'm the Manadork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another standard budget 8 rare deck for you. Today we're built around Rakdos Joins Up from the new set Thunder Junction. 3 black red for a legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. And whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos Joins Up deals damage equal to that creature's power to target opponent. So when I saw this, and I'm sure many of you had the same thought, was +2/+2 is going to nestle nicely onto Yargle and Multani, and giving us the 20 to match what the opponent's starting life total is. So now we're going to want a couple other legends to bring in. So we've got 3 copies of Etali Primal Conqueror. We're going to want a couple other big guys. So we've got 3 Gloomfang Mauler and 1 Rampaging Spiketail, both of which swamp cycle, which will help us fix our mana. But also you'll notice the Gloomfang Mauler has backup too, so that gives us another way to put the Yargle up to 20. We're going to need a couple additional ways to get guys back from the graveyard. So we've got 3 copies of Graveyard Shift. We're running this one specifically because it can be played at instant speed on occasion. And then we've got 4 Push Pull, which will double as a removal spell. And then we need a couple more ways to get to our cards. So we've got 4 Big Score, 3 Bitter Reunion, 4 Collector's Vault, and then a little bit of removal in the form of Cathartic Pyre, which can also act as a way to filter through our deck. 3 Bitter Triumph, which can also act as a way to get a creature from our hand into the graveyard for us to reanimate. And then we've got our lands, which is going to be 9 Swamp, 7 Mountain, 4 Bloodfell Cave, 3 Jagged Barrens, and 1 Geothermal Bog, which we're running this as a one of because it has the basic land types, so our swamp cyclers can go find it if we need a red source. And that's our deck. Alright, I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you over there. Start with a swamp. We use Bitter Triumph to get somebody in the bin and then bring them back. By somebody, I mean Yargle, more than likely. Opponent is on mono blue, it looks like. Alright. Cathartic is going to let us put both of our big guys in the grave. Pardon. Wonderful. Thirst for discovery out of the opponent. They're drawing stuff. They're playing lands. They're making a gin. And what we're going to do, since we see that shore up, we are going to make them tap out and cross our fingers we get the untapped land. Alright. There it is. And we're going to get Etali, because if we get Yargle, they might just have a bounce spell. And we'll cast both of these guys. Put the tokens and counters here because Etali's already enough of a target for a removal. An opponent is digging. And opponents heard the rumors. Alright, we'll try this. Opponents on green-black. So are you more mid-rangey or are you more roots-ish? That's the question. Or are you poison? Any of those is possible. Rot Priest. And there's your second land. Find a swamp. Pass it back. Two coming our way. We take our lumps. And another toxic friend. More cycling, more lands, more of everything. Big score now, because then we can get the 2 tokens and use those for the bidder. All right, they get in. We're at 7 poison. And another one. I don't think we get there. No. Good job, opponent. Well, it wasn't a good job. It was our deck didn't work, but we will be polite and say good job. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. There's a land and a ping. So at least we did something this game. Green, white, +1/+1s, alright. Not you. You and you. And our Vault Gnome. Alright. We'll find a land. Get in for 2. Pass it back. Go find some lands. All right. How greedy are they? How many do they stick underneath? Oh, so many. Find a swamp. And just like we drew it up. You and you. Oh my goodness. Everybody. Everybody's coming over. Maybe. Yeah, no. Alright, that's a little better. No, not a swamp. We'll send back a big score. Land. See what the opponent's got going on. Black, red. Gold pan. Crime novelist. I know that guy. And Oni calls Anvil. An opponent is putting in work. Anvil number 2. And another gold pan. Which puts us in a tough spot because we're going to have to push this novelist. And that's going to leave us with a... I'm sorry, I blanked out for a second. I was thinking on next turn. We're going to have to use the push, and that's going to leave us without a reanimation spell. So we're going to take a big hit this turn for 6, it looks like. Maybe, nope, a little bit more. Down to 18, they're going to put us in 11-ish. Opponent is doing it here. And we go down to 9. Get rid of a swamp. Well, that's a little bit of a relief. Get a backup copy. You go away now. Now we're going to Pyre. Discard these 2. Draw 2. We've only got 1 dude in the bin though. Alright, deputy it is. Go find a land. What else for you? Pan your token, get in for 2. Alright. And some anvil action. When it rains, it pours. Oh, we got lucky there. Let's see if we can live a turn. But I don't think we do. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Pan makes 4 combat damage and then some draining from the anvil. As long as the opponent doesn't make a huge mistake. That should do it. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. See what we can come up with. Put some counters there. I'm confused because I've not seen a dinosaur out of them. And the turn. But it was a little too late kind of situation. As long as the opponent does anything worthwhile. Yeah. Sack our dude. And then you can do any combination of panning your attacker or sacking stuff. Yep, they got us. All right, well, we can run with this. Opponent's on green-black, but what variety remains to be seen. Get our vault going. Trespasser, that's not good. Alright. We're going to have to give him food, though. he turns into the bigger boy, who's going to get him for 4 and eat our graveyard. Yes. So we do have outs to this situation. We just gotta find them. The mountain is not one of them. However, that is. Cathartic Pyre will come to the rescue, because then end step we can put both Etalis in the bin and then push pull. That is a Shieldred, so we better act now. And if we get an untapped land, even better. Oh, can we take the 2 though? We better not. Let's just grab our Etalis and hope we come up with something. Keep that one. Right, what do we find? Cast that side. Bring up the Etali again. Keep this one. An Obliterator. And a Bitter Triumph. Discarding a card. Shooting you. Get rid of Multani. Or not Multani, Yargle. Yeah, Yargle and Multani. Tail swipe. Alright. So that's another 7 to their face. And we still got another set of triggers. There's going to be a persistence. Now we will pull again. And just go nuts. And opponents had enough. Alright. We'll cross our fingers. That's what we needed to see. The opponent's on blue-white, so we're going to have to try and set up a situation where we can graveyard shift during the end step, draw out a counter, and then joins up during the main phase. Discard. And the turn. Let's see what the opponent has for us. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Enter Scry 2. Whenever you play an artifact, mana value 3 or greater, you get a construct. Alright. Both on top. Let's try for a big score. Bitter Reunion. Discarding Bitter Triumph because it makes sense flavor-wise. Two, 4, 6, and 7. So then we will just vault away a land, and that'll give us all 5 values for our graveyard shift. This thing taps stuff, right? A Thousand Moon Smithy, all right. Let's get back this guy. Smithy and a graveyard shift and get back Yargle. Alright, let's send everybody, or everybody we can. Alright. Opponent goes to 7. Let's see if we can close this out. Sure thing. I think we still got it though. Alright, I don't know what you're doing there, unless you've got another blade. Alright, you got another one of those. got nothing else. And that was our deck. What did I think of it? Well, when it worked, it worked. We did big, crazy, extinction level event things. But the deck also misfired a lot. I had a few too many games where I'd have the reanimation spell but not the big guy. Or I'd have the big guys but not the reanimation spell. Or I'd have both of those and no way to get stuff into the graveyard. So it's a little bit of a balancing act that we're still figuring out. But other than that, I was happy with the deck. So if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw, or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. Don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash, or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. And I'll see you in the next one.